Hi, I'm Cynthia.
Hello, I'm Simon.
And we are
Upcycling.
Hola gigabytes humanoides, soy Paulina Lara, Pauliphysics, y como ven estamos aquí en el taller de Upcycling, o Recycle, ya cada quien decidirá cómo pronunciarlo. Cintia, ¿cómo estás?
Bienvenidos, muy bien.
Gracias por recibirnos aquí en tu taller.
Gracias
También al bebé Pauliphysics. Und Simon.
Hallo, ich bin Simon. Wir sind hier in unserer Werkstatt in Recycle auf Deutsch, Recycle auf Englisch. Wir werden sowieso Englisch sprechen, weil die meisten Deutschen auch Englisch verstehen und weil wir mehr Publikum erreichen wollen.
Ja, so aktiven los subtítulos auf Deutsch, Subtitel.
Es gibt Untertitel natürlich.
Und en español también. Activen. Y bueno, vamos entonces a recibir al bebé Pauliphysics antes de que algo más suceda. Demos una vuelta por este taller. Vamos a ver.
Well, when we moved to our neighborhood, where we live actually now in Neukölln, we found that there was a lot of rubbish in the streets, and we thought, what can we do about it to make it better, a better, cleaner, nicer neighborhood? Why is so much trash in the street? So I think that was
the click on the start.
Yeah, that was a start for
us. And,
actually, there were many wheels in the street. We said, why people are throwing away the wheels? Oh, because they take it back for free as well when you buy new wheels. But then we made research and we found that there is a lot of old wheels, like 600,000 tons a year in Germany of old wheels that have no use anymore. So what do you do with all these wheels?
From trucks and from bikes.
Agriculture, the tractor, they use a lot of inner tubes. For construction, they have big machines with huge wheels, they need an inner tube for them. And there are trucks that still use inner tubes. The inner tubes is what we use for our products. It's pretty similar for the eye to leather. It's really resistant. It's waterproof. Yes. So this is part of the trash that the wheels have. We can use. We cannot use the entire wheel because we have no tools to cut steel and what they have in there. But we take the part we can produce, and so we started with the inner tubes. Here's the first step, the cleaning part. Here's our cleaning section. As you can see, we have a washing machine. We put the rubber inside the washing machine. Look, here is an inner tube from a pretty huge wheel. We need to cut it in small pieces to fit it in the machine. And we wash it just with hot water. We put 95 degrees Celsius and wash it through. It takes most of the dirt off. Later we do manually check the pieces if there's some dirt, like you see here, some stuff that normally doesn't go off with the machine. We do it then by hand. Then we hang it to dry, you know, like clothes. And later we select the different pieces because it has different thicknesses, so we put it in the other section.
So we have the selected material. It depends on how big is it and what are we going to do with it. And we have also our fabrics. As you can see here, there's new fabrics, and this is cordura. This is a really good material. And there's also parts of, this is an umbrella, for example. I found it in the street and I think it's a good material, so I will do something with it. Here is where the action starts. This is a really nice part of the inner tube because it looks like animal print. I don't know why they do it like that, but they do it like that. And what we do is to choose the best part of it, and then we work really simple, just with a pen. This is what we told you about the form of the material.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to cut small pieces. This is handmade Arbeit and handmade work, and that's why we have a small production. So you're not going to find so many in the streets, because we do it like this, small and unique. So we make everything from the backpack. This is this part here, you know. So that's made with cordura. This material is really good, really stark. It's not going to take the humidity. We used also clothes, fabrics, yes, new and old ones, and recycled, and we try to use there's so much clothes in the streets. Of course, we made a selection and we choose the better one and the colors, and because the rubber is black and we want some color in it, and that's the way we find to mix.
Old seat belts we use as well for the bags. So we try to keep the amount of used material as high as possible.
These are the inside of the backpacks, you know, the pockets. Maybe there's not so much color outside, but inside for sure. And they are always different because of this rest, you know, because of this rest of material, this recycled material. Our products come from rubbish, and we're proud of it.
And we are trying to keep the amount of recycled material for our products as high as possible. Of course, they cannot be all recycled, but there's only a small amount of new parts in our products. Upcycling is one way of recycling, but there is a difference. Most of recycling goes to what I call downcycling, because you put energy into to break it down. You break down the material to make later something new, but this consumes a lot of energy and resources as well. The difference to upcycling is you don't have to destroy it first to make something new out of it. You just keep what's already made to make something new out of it. So it's a lot of better.
It's a new answer for this problem. You know, with upcycling, it's more about creation and not destruction, and it's about design. So it's a new creative way to be more efficient.
We got inspired by ourselves, what we are using. Bag, backpack, you know, funny bag. That's stuff we use, we need.
So it's really personal how it starts. And then, of course, we try to go with the mainstream, but also what is practical and nice and useful.
Well,
that's a good question.
Anybody can pronounce it as they want.
Like they want.
I guess German people would say basically, you know, but also Spanish as well. English would say bicycle, of course. It doesn't matter. The thing is, what matters for us is what we do and why we do it. The name is just a name.
Yes, we created it was just a game because we were thinking about being part of the cycle, because this is a cycle, you know, it's garbage and then come to us and then go to the customers and then
like the inner tubes that come from bicycle and we are building and I don't know, it's just a fantasy world.
I think we found this way to make a business with a balance between profit and purpose, and that's the new concept, and that's the future. I think is the only way to be or to create an impact in the society, because it's a cycle. You know, it's like we help the environment and we do something to live in a better place, but we also get from the society when we sell our products, and so it's like going and coming.
We want to help with our work to make the world a better place, but of course we just, you know, we're two-person. We are small, it's just a little drop to help to the problem, but we start here and we want to make a local impact. So we go and take the trash from here, from our neighborhood, and that is what we can contribute, but we need help from people to keep it going, so that's why we made it a business, so everybody can support us.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes. I get up every day and I think in our workshop, and I think what I should do, and I really enjoy coming to our workshop. Yes.
It's like our second home, so we can stay here for hours and maybe 10 hours, and we forget the time.
Yeah, the stomach makes us remind.
Yes. It seems like really heavy, but it's not so heavy. You know, that's something important to say.
Yeah.
So we make our best to keep it light.
Super.
To work with rubber is a challenge.
You have a round piece of material and you need to make something square out of it. You know? It's really resistant because the material was made to carry heavy machines or trucks, or it's really strong, resistant, waterproof, and it's it's a good alternative for leather. It's cruelty-free because you don't need to kill any animals to get it.
First of all, the designs are most of them unique because the rubber is always different, and there's also different patches or different marks.
You actually can see on the rubber the cycle it had before, because it was used. It already concluded the first life cycle it was made for, and you can see these traps.
This life.
You know, we make the same model, but every piece is different because it's handmade, and the raw material is similar but different. Well, yes, we invite you to check out our products and our website. We have really cool designs, urban wear. We have messenger bags, we have roll top backpacks. They really look cool, and you can see what it was before. You can see it already was used for something else, and it was made something else out of it.
When you buy our products, you are not only buying a cool thing, you are also helping the environment, helping the Mother Earth. Be part of the cycle.